Hi, Sia. Thank you so much for coming back to APU on your visit here from Thailand. You graduated in 2013, and we're so happy to see you back on campus.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be back here too.
So I just want to ask you a couple of questions so that other people can know how you're using your MSW degree. So you came here as an international student after having experience helping people in Thailand. Can you tell us briefly why you thought you needed an MSW education?
Okay. So my background was English education, so being a teacher. But now I'm working in the social work area for 6 years, especially with women and children at risk, like street children, child abuse cases, human trafficking cases. And I found that those years that I have been working, I love working with these people, but I feel like I don't have the tools and the skills, how to help them more effectively. So that's when I decided like I need to pursue MSW, and especially in the counseling piece, because I want to still continue doing social work and then also counseling. So when I look up online, I saw APU offer like clinical social work, and I know that is for me. That program is for me. So I decided to come here.
Okay. And what was some of the initial challenges moving over here to a different culture, studying in a different language? That was hard. I remember you worked so hard because of your English, and you did very well, but you worked really hard at it.
It was really challenging for me. I mean, I came here a couple times before I moved to school here, but it's different, like the system in the classroom are different, like you have to help yourself, like, try work harder than other American students, because as English as second language is one really difficult for me, especially when coming to writing paper and then all different terms that I never heard before, so that was really hard. And then being away from home, missing the weather. I mean, actually California have a really great weather, but I was like just miss Thai weather, and then the Thai food, it was really difficult. But one of the things that continue, like for me to continue pursue the program is that the professor and my friends in the program have been really helpful and have been really kind to me. So that's really kind of like make me feel like home here.
Yeah. So you graduated in 2013 and went back to Thailand to work as a social worker. Can you tell us briefly what you do now, what that entails?
So now I started an organization called Freedom Restoration Project, or FRP. FRP will focus on domestic violence issue and child abuse issue, even like from mild to severe cases. We do a lot of training in the community related to domestic violence topics, positive discipline, what does it mean to respect each other, because a lot of people in the community that I live in, we still view domestic violence as a norm, because we grew up in the culture that violence happen in the home. Husband beat the wife, kind of like that. So, and a lot of them think like they're not in abusive relationships. So we go in and provide like education and information for them, And we also do child protection prevention activity at migrant learning school from age like 5 years old to like 15, 16 years old, because a lot of child abuse cases that we have encountered is many times, the perpetrator tell them not to tell anyone for what the thing that they have done to the kids, right? And the kids like keep it secret, and turn out the kids got pregnant, and there's nothing much we can do. So anyway, so we go into these schools and tell the kids like, if someone touch you inappropriately, inappropriate places, this is 1, 2, 3 you have to do, and this is not your fault. When someone tell you not to tell anyone, that's the time that you need to tell someone you trust. So we do a lot of that. We also have peer support group for survivor of domestic violence that we meet every 2 weeks to come together and just talk, you know, because a lot of them they're not ready to leave the abusive relationship, but we need it. Yeah, so that's what we do.
And so you're trying to fill gaps there that are, there's nobody else there or no government systems to help this population. And so you have to raise your money from America, or well, you'll take it from anybody, right? But it's primarily Americans that donate to your nonprofit to support you so you can do this
correct.
work. Yeah.
Yes, correct. Yeah, because my organization, we didn't receive grant or anything like that, so I mostly, the money that come in is mostly from friends and family, you know, back like in America that believe in what we do. And there's some services that the Thai government, you know, provide, but it's still limited for, especially for the population that I work with, because 90% of them, they are undocumented, so the service is kind of limited for them.
Okay. Well, would you just like to give your Facebook address in case anybody would like to look it up?
Freedom Restoration Project, we don't have an official like website yet, but we do have a Facebook page. So if you go to Facebook, you can look up for like
Freedom Restoration.
But you know, FREEDOM and then capital R and P. So you will find us. So you can, you know, follow the updates and all of that through Facebook page we have.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. It's so great to see you back on campus.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.